Good play, good play. Hey, what's up, gang? What's going on? Yeah, I'm watching the Eagles Cardinals game from yesterday again for the first time. Trying to do this analysis last night, but I was too frustrated and everything, so I just went ahead and went to sleep. But anyway, it was a good game. It was a winnable game. You know, we could have won, man. It's a lot of things that we had going on that could have contributed to this loss. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people say the 76-yard touchdown we gave up at the end of the game could have been the 4th and inches at the goal line. Me personally, I felt like we could trust the defense enough to kick that field goal and take the 3 points, and you know trust the D that they would get the stop like they've been doing all year. It just so happened, you know, they gave up that touchdown to John Brown, and the offense came out. We still had a chance to win the game, but you know, didn't work out like that. But anyway, whatever. A loss is a loss. You know what I'm saying? It hurts because we could have won that game. And that's right, America. With XLTE and over 400 markets. I don't know. I'm still gonna get this analysis done though. All right. First and foremost, team stats. We got 27 first downs for us, 17 for them. We ran 88 total plays. They ran 65. 521 total yards for us, 400 for them. 411 yards passing for us. 110 yards rushing for us, 329 yards passing for them, 71 yards rushing for them. Penalties is pretty even. We had 11 for 103 yards. They had 10 for 95 yards. Time of possession battle, we won 31-10 to 28-50 for them. Our offense had 3 turnovers. Their offense had 1. As far as Nick Foles, he had 62 attempts passing, 36 completions for 411 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. His yards per attempt was 6.6. Carson Palmer was 42 attempts, 20 completions, 329 yards, 7.8 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Number 1 rushing defense, they allowed 75 yards a game rushing. Cheetah McCoy ran 21 times for 83 yards, averaged 4 yards a carry. No touchdowns. Nick Foles, 2 rushes for 14 yards. Chris Polk, 3 rushes for 13 yards. Andre Ellington, 23 attempts for 71 yards. His longest run was 21 yards. He did have a touchdown. Hold on a sec. As far as receiving, Jeremy Maclin probably had his best game as an Eagle yesterday. He had 12 receptions, 187 yards. His longest reception was 54 yards, close for the touchdown. He had 2 touchdowns yesterday. Riley Cooper, 5 receptions for 88 yards. His longest completion was 50. Zach Ertz, 5 receptions for 48 yards. Joe Matthews, 6 receptions, 47 yards. Shady McCoy had 3 receptions, 14 yards. Huff, of course, he had 1 reception for 12 yards. Brent Selleck, 2 receptions for 8 yards. Jeff Mel, 1 reception for 6 yards. And Chris Polk had a reception for 1 yard. Larry Fitzgerald, of course, he had another good game against us. 7 receptions, 160 yards. Of course, he had the 80-yard touchdown reception. Josh Brown, 5 receptions, 119 yards. Of course, he had a 75-yard touchdown. John Carlson, 2 receptions, 16 yards. Andre Ellington, 3 receptions, 14 yards. Robert Hughes, 2 receptions for 13 yards. And Jerron Brown, 1 reception for 7 yards. And of course, Mike, what the hell was his name? I forgot his name. The other receiver for Arizona, Michael Floyd. He didn't have a reception yesterday. As far as tackles, we had 47 tackles, no sacks, 4 tackles for a loss. Malcolm Jenkins led the team in tackles with 5. Arizona, they had 69 tackles. Tony Jefferson led the team in tackles with 12, and Rashad Johnson had 11. No sacks, 3 tackles for loss. Antonio Cromartie, of course, he got the 2 interceptions off Nick Foles, and of course they had the forced fumble on Huff. Cody Parkey was 2 for 2 on his field goals, made both his extra points. Donnie Jones, 6 punts, 288 yards. His average 48 yards a punt. He had 2 punts inside the 20. Chandler Canzaro, he had 1 field goal, 3 extra points. Drew Butler, we made him punt 8 times, 343 yards. Punt returns, Jeremy Macklin had 2 punt returns for 12.5 yards average. Josh Huff had a kick return. He gained 26 yards on, and Ted Ginn Jr. 3 punt returns. We pretty much held him in check. He only averaged 5.3 yards per return, and of course Cody Parkey, he kicked all touchbacks yesterday, so they got no returns on kick returns. Now, on to this game. Okay, where do I start? Let's see. We win a coin toss. We get the ball. 3 and out, of course. So they get the ball back. The defense, man. Aside from the 2 blown up plays, man, the defense was good again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually getting tired of saying this because I can't seem to stress this enough how good this defense is. But of course, let me address something else real quick. Yesterday I posted a trade rumor on my Eagles Instagram page, and it said the Eagles was looking for a safety to replace Nate Allen. And if y'all remember, if y'all been subscribed to me long enough, y'all seen the video I posted a while back where I said I think it's time we moved on from Nate Allen. And I guess the Eagles feel that way too if they're looking for a safety to replace him. And yesterday he did have the fumble. He did have the fumble that he forced and recovered and everything. The offense didn't capitalize off that. I mean, they had Cody Parkey kicking a 54-yard field goal, which pretty much means that wherever he recovered the fumble from, we didn't really get much yards off of we didn't really get much yards off on offense on that drive. So Coach Cody Parkey been automatic this year, so he kicked 54-yarder and we got 3 out of that. But there was a lot of plays on the offense, man, that it frustrates you because we had the momentum, and the way the defense was playing, like we were in it. The defense had us in it. Like Macklin scored a touchdown. Of course, this play here, where he scored a touchdown on this play here. This is in the first quarter, so we took I think it was our second drive, second series. We took the lead 7-0. And that's the way the offense is supposed to move. And of course, like from that, we did carry the momentum all game. Based on the way our defense was playing and based on us getting that touchdown there, we had plenty of opportunities to get down to the end zone and get points, whether it was 3 points or whether it was 7 points. Like our offense had the momentum. We just shot ourselves in the foot with the turnovers. Another thing I need to address, as far as Nick Foles, I think he has 9 interceptions this year. As far as his interceptions though, like, I mean, it'll upset you because it kills the momentum of the drive. And of course, our defense came out and they got the stops and everything on some occasions. Like, aside from the 80-yard touchdown to Larry Fitzgerald, I can't really recall if that was an Arizona drive that that they got after we didn't score or not. I'm not really sure because I didn't watch the game again. But a lot of things happened in that game that pissed me off mainly. Like, as far as Foles and his interceptions, man, like when you have a quarterback like Nick Foles, and if you riding the wave of everything he did last year, you look at him and you think you want to have that confidence that you know when it's time for your quarterback to come out and put points on the board one way or another, that he's going to come out and do it. Now, me personally, I'm a little skeptical when it comes to Nick Foles now, because I have this mentality now that he's just going to throw interceptions, whether they ill-advised. And like I've been saying this for the longest, like if you throw on that drive where we were going into halftime and we had the ball, I was saying to myself, and I was telling everybody that was at my mom's house watching the game with us, I said, he can fire one down to the end zone, and if it gets intercepted, it gets intercepted. Like, Arizona won't have enough time to, they won't have enough time to drive downfield and get a touchdown unless they very, very lucky with it. And when I looked at that drive again, I remember like him missing receivers, overthrowing receivers, like as far as over their heads. And it's just like when you compare him to Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer did, you could say it was luck. It was a great throw to John Brown to get that 76-yard touchdown towards the end of the game, but Carson Palmer he's a seasoned veteran, and I'm pretty sure with his offense and the caliber guys he has on his offense, he knows how to commandeer a drive at the end of the game. So it's just a lot of things. Like, we was moving the ball, and of course Huff, he got hit. Now my thing about anybody in open space on offense, and I told my mom this in the I think it was the Washington game, I'm not sure, when Sproles had the fumble. Yeah, I think it was the Washington game, and he was running and he got hit. Now Sproles is a veteran, Josh Huff is a rookie, so, but I'm pretty sure, like, fundamental football, like, okay, if you take that first hit and it's possibility you're going to get hit, the first instinct is to protect the ball. I think Huff more so wanted to prove to Chip Kelly that he was making a play and he wanted to get a touchdown on that play. And he didn't think to protect the ball because he was so close to the goal line. So, of course, he got hit the first time, and it rattles you a little bit, and the next defender came and he hit him again and he fumbled the ball. But when he got hit the first time, I said, hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball. I kept saying that. And when he got hit, he fumbled the ball. Now, that could have been one of the things that led to us losing. I wouldn't say it led to us losing the game, but it definitely fucked up the drive, because one way or another, when you're down in the red zone like that, either you're looking at 3 points or you're looking at 7 points. But either way, you protect the ball well enough to get something out of it, and to get a turnover at the goal line was costly. The Nick Foles interceptions, as far as addressing those, my thing about his interceptions are, like, they could be killer interceptions. And this is why I respect the defense so much, because the interceptions he throws, they're not like deep interceptions that'll pin an opposing offense in their territory if they get it. He throws interceptions that could possibly kill the Eagles if the defense didn't get out there and bail him out of throwing them interceptions. Like I said, this defense this year, man, I know a lot of people get on Kerry Williams. Me personally, like Nate Allen, I think we need another safety. because I'll get to that in a minute. But as far as this defense, man, they get gashed like an 80-yard touchdown and a 76-yard touchdown. That's pretty much blown coverage. Or one play where they call wide receiver pick on Jeff Mel, and on the Larry Fitzgerald touchdown, they picked our wide receiver too. But apparently the analyst was saying that it was within the it was within the yardage where you can make contact or some shit like that. Either way, I think it was bullshit, but whatever. But again, about his interceptions, like his interceptions, they frustrate me because it's like he just throws them ill-advised, and I don't think he understands the fact that they could possibly kill us if the defense didn't come out and bail you out of those situations. Like the one he threw against the Giants in that game. If Victor Cruz don't damage his knee and catch that touchdown pass, them points off turnovers could have changed. They could have changed the momentum of the game, but they didn't. Luckily, he dropped the ball. And yesterday, like after his two, I'm not sure if they scored off one of his turnovers, but they could be costly. But a lot of people don't seem to understand, like, is the defense is bailing him out. So you can't, like, I can't be mad at the defense for what they give up when our offense and our quarterback is giving up a lot more. So if you look at all of Nick Foles' turnovers this year, like, and then look at the defensive drives when they come back out on the field now. One thing about our offense, and I just figured this out about our defense. Apparently our defense is conditioned to be out there as long as they are, but it's supposed to be the offense putting up points. And, you know, so I guess they're conditioned to be out there, but even still, man, like, I know one hand watch the other in football, and we're supposed to back each other up, man, but this offense, man, it's frustrating because Macklin had 12 catches for 187 yards, and that's probably the best game he had as an Eagle in his career, and we lost. Then you get a guy like Larry Fitzgerald. He kills us, of course, but they were talking about that earlier all week. Like, Larry Fitzgerald has a touchdown, 10 touchdowns against the Eagles. Now he has 11. John Brown, I didn't really look at him as the X factor, but he happened to be the X factor once he got that touchdown. But watching this game yesterday, man, the thing that frustrated me the most was the offense. Like I said, we had we won the time of possession battle. We had more first downs than them. We had more total offensive yards than them. We had more rushing yards than them. We had pretty much more everything than them, even as far as penalties and turnovers. And when you look at a type of game like that, Nick Foles threw the ball 62 times. Like, there's no way we should have lost this damn game. And then everybody pins it on the defense because they gave up that 76-yard touchdown, which is true. You can put that on the defense. As far as Chip Kelly play calling at the goal line, of course, you know, he didn't go for it on 4th and inches. But I want to show y'all guys something, and I don't know if y'all be able to see this clearly, but I'm gonna show it to y'all anyway. It's it's this here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but do you see Chris Polk's arm? That was the play on I think it was second and inches or whatever. His arm, if you look at his arm, that's a first down. But the replay coordinator didn't challenge that, and that could have been costly too. That could have actually changed the game because we'd had a first and goal. But Chip Kelly kicks the field goal, and everybody said we should have went for it. That's only because we lost. I mean, I know a lot of people wanted him to go for it, but this is my thing. If you can't get it into the damn end zone at the goal line, I wouldn't risk it. So I said go for 3. Trust the defense. They've been playing good today. They haven't. And of course the defense got gashed for that 76-yard touchdown. So it looks like it was a bad play call. But Chip Kelly called the right thing on that drive. I wasn't mad at him for going for 3 because I figured the defense would get the stop. And of course it just so happened to not go our way. After that, we still got 3 timeouts with about 1 minute and 21 seconds to drive downfield. This is what pissed me off about Nick Foles yesterday. Every quarterback knows, and I'm pretty sure he knows this too. You run that under 2 minute drill. It's about sideline catches, getting out of bounds. Fortunate enough, we had 3 timeouts. It's about getting out of bounds, and it's about completions, driving downfield. Which he was doing that first. Towards the end of the drive, I seen a lot of passes sailing over receivers' heads out of bounds. He had to pass to Zach Ertz, which it could have been a touchdown if he threw it different. Because if you look at Dayon Buchanan, his body when he smacked the ball, he was in front of Zach Ertz. So if Nick Foles could have held the ball a little longer and let Zach Ertz make a play in the end zone, he probably would have had a better throw. But the throw that pissed me off was the last one to Jordan Matthews. Now, Matthews caught it and landed out of bounds, but he caught it like completely. It was no way for him to get his feet down in bounds. And the sad part about it was he had the defender beat in the end zone. If Foles would have made a better throw there, like even if it was a little bit like. Even if it was like a little bit better throw, at least give Matthews a chance to get his feet down. And that's what pissed me off on that last drive, because like I just told y'all a few minutes ago, like I have different type of confidence now when it comes time for your offense to go out there and score. Like getting in field goal range, yeah, but getting the actual touchdown, like I don't feel as confident as I normally do. Like last year when we had confidence that, first had the perseverance to come out and get a touchdown when we needed one. This year I don't see that. Like my main thing with Foles is my fear that he's just gonna throw an ill-advised interception. So on that last drive we were moving the ball, and I was sitting there, I had my little gnome in my hand, I was praying and everything. And of course it came down to the last play where Matthews caught it out of bounds. It was a good effort, but I think if it would have been a better throw, like Matthews could have had a chance to get his feet in and make the play on the ball. Kind of like what Nick Foles did with Macklin in the Tampa Bay game in his first rookie year. Even though it was a shorter throw, he gave Macklin a chance to catch it and get his feet in bounds, land in bounds, and get the touchdown. So that's that. But Nate Allen, man, I'll do another video on the defense soon, but I'm gonna post this one for y'all to look at this one, and I'll post another video later. But anyways, man, I get at y'all in a little while. Like I always say, shout out to everybody who follow my Instagram Eagles page, we_bleed_green. Everybody that follows me on Twitter, WeBleedGreen84. Shout out to all my subscribers. Thank y'all for subscribing to my channel and listening to me vent my frustrations or my happiness, whatever the case may be. And I love y'all. Bird gang. On to the Texans. You know what I'm saying? Peace.